Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we are on episode 17 and I'm accompanied with Miss Saira. And also this episode is sponsored by LaBreeze. Okay. LaBreeze has been, we've been talking about me doing one podcast under like the umbrella of LaBreeze for a long time. So today's the day that we're going to do it.
Cool.
So first, let's go ahead and let you introduce yourself, and then we'll carry on the conversation because we were already having a conversation.
All right, we were chatting, weren't we? So I'm Saira Hayati. I'm from the UK, but I'm also from Malaysia. So I've learned that traveling and experiencing the world is something that I missed out on. Let's just say that.
You mean missed out on, like you didn't do it when you were like before, or did you just start traveling?
No, you know what? When you're in the UK, whether it works in any other country as well, no doubt, is you work and you then have a holiday, and your holiday is 2 weeks, most 3 weeks, most. But then you'll go to a resort, so you don't see the world.
True.
The way that everyone's living and the way that everybody's progressing. You just see the world that you live in, and you take a break. Then you go back to
It's kind of like a system almost.
100% a system.
So you travel now, right? You travel around now. So like how did you break out of that system, like to be able to travel? Like what? First of all, everyone wants to do it, but like, what made you be like, hold on a minute, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna start traveling. I want to see the world. I want to do this and that and explore.
I think it was enlightenment, journeying into spirituality and Allah's guidance, because I don't think that anything I've ever done in my life was me doing it. Now that I reflect and look back at it, it's all been a part of a master plan that Allah has made. Yeah. So no matter good or bad, whatever it was the plan. And I'm now at the stage where I'm seeing it, and I'm like, Alhamdulillah and Subhanallah, the plan is where it's at. And potentially, obviously, I'm not going to plan to foresee because that's Allah, but I can see where this could be going. Yeah,
definitely. How did you end up in Dubai? Because, like, to be honest, how we got here to this podcast,
I know, isn't it? Allah's plan.
Yeah, literally Allah's plan. So there was a sister. She's from Virginia. I'm from Virginia.
Okay.
And she reached out and she was like, first of all, we were planning our podcast, and she was like, "Oh, you should do one with this person." I was like, cool, just send me the profile. Then she sent the profile. I was like, I've seen her.
The sister that sent the details.
Yeah, I was like, I've seen her before. I was like, and then like, I know your channel. I was like, okay, cool, yeah, definitely. I was like, it would be a good podcast to do.
Yeah.
So how you like to do
you how the
she told me a little bit.
Yeah, well, but basically, obviously I've got my channel on YouTube, but I do TikTok and Instagram. And the YouTube channel was by accident, and I need to do a podcast that's coming soon because there's so much to say and you just can't deliver it in that kind of content. So she contacted me about moving to Malaysia after seeing the content and needed somewhere to stay. So and short stay, you see, people don't want to go Airbnb because that's going to become very, very expensive. So I was living in a rental and gave her the contact for the rental of the house that I was living in so that she could rent it after me. You see, so
the same exact house.
And it's not, so she's going to that. And prior to her, there was another family from the UK. So I rented the house for a year. 9 months I lived in it, and I got the keys to my house that I purchased. So I moved into my house and I thought, I'm just going to flip between the two. So this other family from the UK said, sis, have you got anywhere that we know? And I said, well, actually, you could move into this one because I could just move into that one. It was harder.
It was like natural.
It was harder. It would have been nice and easy for me to like live there and to kind of develop the other one because the house is new, kitchen needed, aircon, fans, all of that, curtains, decor.
Wait a minute, time out. You need that?
Yeah. It
doesn't come with it? No, did you build it or was it like built?
House was built. It was a new build house. But when you get new build houses, I guess the way that it is, you literally get a shell with the main parts done, cables hanging.
Whoa.
So that way you choose. And it happens a lot. It's not just, I thought, is it just me? No, next doors are doing the same thing. So the builders are already in. You buy a house and the builders go in. So
I think that's only Malaysia though, because here in Dubai they don't. It's
Dubai
like
is
that.
Different. Dubai is amazing. It needs to be. You say I want the house, and I wouldn't even be fussed. You can appoint over there. So let's say you buy the house cheaper. So I got it for a really good price, and then I pay the interior designers to choose. So I'll choose exactly what I want, and then they go in, and then 4 months later they give it back to me done.
Oh, so you
Yes.
actually get the custom the house.
Yes.
That's actually kind of dope.
I think
that's dope, actually. Yeah, that's
yeah.
actually kind of cool.
Yeah. So I went with the interior designers. They gave me the designs, etc. And I'm looking at it thinking, classic Pakistani mind. I can do this myself.
I can do this myself.
Plus, not just Pakistani mind, actually, I'm financial. So
Yeah.
I'm doing the sums and I'm thinking, let me just ask you, so how much is it going to cost for this? How much is it going to cost? No. I'm saving myself 100,000 ringgits by doing this myself. Yeah. And I don't like wasting money. And it's not that I don't have it.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
But the fact that...
But I'm a different stage in my life.
Yeah.
I should be going, you need comfort, darling, pay for it. But I won't do that because I don't want to waste it. I'd sooner give it away. That's my thought process on it. I don't need a lot, but I'm not going to throw that much. And yeah, they're business. Everybody needs a coin. Everybody needs to make a living.
True.
Don't doubt that. For this purpose, I knew what I was doing. So I organised the curtain fitters. I've organised the kitchens being fitted, all of that. It's happening right now. A lot of people are going, hang on a minute, why are you in Dubai? Are you moving to Dubai? I thought you were moving to Malaysia. I'm not moving anywhere. I am a traveller.
Yeah, tell them.
I'm a traveller.
Tell them.
I don't even know what I am, but I think I'm a traveller because you should. And if you have the ability to.
And you know what? We actually have the hadith, right?
Yes, I know.
Where it says, live in this world as if you're a traveler.
Well, I read that and I thought to myself, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to be a traveller. But actually, is it a traveller in the physical being or is it a traveller in your mind?
Or spiritual.
Spiritual. It is that. I've got this really good book that tells me, it's called The Wayfarer, and it tells me about the 7 levels of your journey. So it ain't the suitcase. It's your spiritual journey.
Yes.
That's what you're traveling.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. It's
Alhamdulillah.
I tell you what, I read it on the plane on the way out. I haven't finished it yet since I've been here. That's my reading time. But I was like, and you'll relate and you'll know exactly where you are on that journey. And the good thing is you can see the next part of the journey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need to get something like that.
Okay,
especially how my mind works.
It's a simple, easy book. It's about this. Because, we get this and you can't always. Quran, we have the Quran in our hand. It's this, but you don't read it.
Like the little compelled ones,
Yeah, this is perfect.
I wanted to ask you, Malaysia, right? So for me, I didn't know anything about Dubai before I came here.
Okay, I did.
Let alone Malaysia.
Yeah.
That going further out, that side of the east. Like what I want to know about like 3 things. So one, how was it like? Do they speak English? One,
fluent all over.
How was it? The food,
delicious, got
and
fat.
then so food, cost of living, and then English. How is it? Because those are the main things.
I'll tell you the big difference between. Look, I've blinkered my life. I kind of had this impression. Obviously, spent time here with my brother living here and their family living here 15 years ago. So I had this view of Dubai back then, and I wouldn't say it was the best view.
Okay.
Yeah. However, it became a people hold on to the negatives, don't they? They never focus on the positives.
Of course.
So I thought this time I'm going to check it out because I did plan to move from the UK to somewhere, and Dubai was on the list, but I never made it here. What Allah took me to Malaysia. I'd never ever imagined I would have. And then me being spontaneous, I could see it and it was click. I made the move. But people think that I'm living there permanently. I'm never living anywhere permanently as far as I'm concerned. My permanent destination is 6 feet under. That I do know.
Yeah, we all know that.
That's it. But where I live permanently, don't know. I have a base, I have a home. In the UK, I have a base, I have a home. So then I came to Dubai because of the fact that mother's influence, but the decisions that come to your mind will come because Allah points you in a direction. My mum won't live in Malaysia. And I've been with my mum like this my whole life. Yeah. So she won't live in Malaysia because it's too far. But she has lived in Dubai. So I thought to myself, she wants to live in the UK because it's cold. She likes that. Yeah. But the winter is really cold. And
too cold.
And your life is non-existent. You just.
For those of you who don't know, in the UK, because I lived there for 6 years, it gets dark sometimes at like 4 something.
3:45.
So, in certain parts. 3:45. Yeah. So imagine. You can only imagine. So,
no life. You can say that part of your life is non-existent. You've lost it. And time is valuable. Life is valuable. So I thought that if I get somewhere middle ground between the UK, Dubai, and a place that's relatable, because Malaysia is very relatable.
Really?
Yeah, very, very. Left hand is right hand drive cars for us.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally got in a car and I could drive and I felt fine. And that wasn't a fear.
Automatic or shift?
I am auto. I can drive shift. I do like it, but it's auto all the way.
Good.
But the drive and the roads and the structures and the roundabouts and all that, it's all the same. you got to think that the British were there.
The British were.
Like, come on, where have they not been? Right, they were. They colonized. They did. The common law is there. So that's another reason when I researched that it was the law was Sharia, but it was also common law. So lots of things about there that are 100% relatable to the UK. I can pick up, I can shift, except for I've got the heaven on earth, because you've got tropical birds flying around. You've got monkeys in your backyard. It's beautiful, stunning rainforest. The beauty, the nature is like heaven. Obviously I don't know what heaven's like, but just in case somebody wants to catch me out on that.
People don't try to attack us.
Oh, they do, yeah.
They're trying
to.
They're gonna
it's heaven, and I'm like, well, I didn't mean it in that way. I haven't seen heaven. I intend to, inshallah. But it's a beautiful place. So you could say it's like Dubai, like KL is like Dubai, except for it's got all of that greenery and all that nature. And so Dubai now happened because I thought, let me go and check it out. Let me just see now. 15 years later, and let's see. So I've really enjoyed my stay here. It's beautiful. There's a lot happening, and I know that there's a lot of Muslims around the world, having seen from the responses of my TikToks and YouTubes. There's a lot of Muslims doing some shifting.
What happened with your video? Yes, which video? What happened with the video?
What one?
Well, there's two.
Oh,
actually, I seen two. Just on the For You page, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm seeing this video. I'm going to do a podcast with her tomorrow. But I think I seen the Satwa, the Satwa
video. Side of the
You never been to Satwa Bird, no. Dara? It's amazing.
It's amazing. I was in Dubai, and I did Sharjah, and I did Ajman, and that's pretty much where we were living. And
you didn't know about the other parts. So Dubai has many different parts. They have parts like for everyone. So they have like the old city, which is obviously it's not to say developed, but it's not, the infrastructure isn't the same as downtown. So downtown looks totally different than Dara. But in Dara, you can find all the things that, like, for the ports, you can find all, like, that's buying and selling and business and marketing, things like that. Yeah. But Satwa, there's a saying I heard a Filipino guy say one time. I love Satwa because I can find any and everything here. So that's
really?
Yeah, literally anything.
So we went there because somebody said Ravi's is a place to eat.
Oh my goodness, how many people have told me that? I think I've had it one time, and I'm not gonna say it wasn't all that, but like I've had better.
Well, somebody said to me, "Oh, you are gonna eat this, and you are gonna be like the best thing you've ever eaten." I thought, well, okay, then take me there, friends. And we got there, but actually, I don't think they wanted the one in Satwa. There was another one that's been shut down. That was the one they wanted. But anyway, even responses said that it's a good place. The food's really good.
But how did you like it though?
We didn't eat there.
You didn't eat there?
No.
I think I seen the video you went, but you didn't eat there.
No, we went in and because we needed to go to the loo.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh.
We had kidney pain because we got stuck in traffic. I'm telling you, we were dying on the way, and then we got to this place, and I was like,
and then you need to use the toilet there.
Yeah.
Some toilets in certain areas, they have those old ones. The ones that are on the ground.
Can do that.
And I'm sorry, me as well. I'm from America. I've never lived like in different parts of
European toilet.
I don't know. And imagine like a child who's never seen that, and then they have to use the toilet there. So that's
my kids were like that. Yeah, my kids are like, what the heck is that?
What is
how
this?
How do I do my business here?
Like, what am I supposed to do? I need someone to do a tutorial on how to do it. I still don't know how to do it myself.
But that's not what was the problem.
What was the problem?
Because of it was just happened to be the experience. We're walking into the loos. And so I asked the guys, I said, oh yeah, what's the washroom? Gracefully walking over, get there, and the door's locked first, right? So I was like, okay, just wait outside, open the door, out comes a fella tying up his pants. And it was smelly and it was dirty. And I was like, it's a mixed toilet. It's a mix. Oh, I can't go to a toilet where a fella's been. I'm gonna find somewhere else.
Okay, so I'll say something. Look, so probably for like family people, usually, and my wife, she says this all the time, she avoids places like, for example, Satwa, Dara, Burr, because we're a family. We have kids, and kids need to use toilets. She may need to, and things. So we avoid places where bachelors are. Bachelors. That's what it is.
I think what I realized as I was walking back. So first of all, we went in thinking we're going to go and have dinner in a restaurant. So that's
what's in your head.
That's in my head.
Yeah.
So I get there to use the toilet, and this is a mixed toilet, and there's fellas, and it's not very nice. So I walked straight. I was like, can't go there, can't go. We've been a whole hour journey, extra traffic. So we're already busting, me and my friend and Hira. All three of us are busting. So he's like, let's try somewhere else. So oh, it looks nice outside, bling bling, restaurant. Let's go in there. Went in there. Same bloody thing. It was the same thing. I was like, okay, let's go. And we're like, then we said, oh, look, there's an office. Let's go in the office. Where are the toilets? She said, oh, behind. I said, what do you mean? I said, I thought, got a kid. I'll use the kid. Say she needs to go to the loo. Obviously, I get to go as well. People feel sorry that child needs to go to the loo. She's going to wet herself. And they might give me some mercy. And it turns out they got no mercy themselves because they don't have a toilet in their office. They've got to go to this one communal loo. Yeah. Apparently, because it's all old, isn't it? The building, the structure, everything. There's no drainage, and they have to go to this one toilet. Yes. So she told us where it was. So we're traipsing around, these three girls, in Satwa trying to find a toilet. Honestly, that could have been a movie. It's literally like a movie. It is. And then I thought, okay, there's a big sign. I'm like, that must be it. It looks like a block of toilets. Got there. No, this isn't it. Where is it? Down there. Go down this. I'm like, this is safe. I'm like this. Am I safe in this space? And there's fellas everywhere. Found drinking the toilet. Chai, right? Yeah. Found the toilet. And there's a queue. So not only is there when girls cross legs and in pain and jumping, who's going first? We was like, okay, we'll let the kid go. We had to do it in order of ages. Like, I'm stronger. I'll hold out longer. You guys go first. They went in. After us, there was another British girl. She was a Filipino. Not with you guys. She wasn't with us at all. She was a Filipino British girl. She goes, are these the toilets? And she's like, I'm not sure if it's safe around here. We're like, no, I think it's safe. Anyway, then we was leaving Satwa because we said, okay, there's nowhere to eat here. Somebody said there's a very famous chapli kebab, which would have gone down well. But we're like 10 o'clock. I'm intermittent fasting. I haven't eaten all day. As a traveler as well, when you're traveling, you get hungry. If anyone knows, when you're not on normal time sleeping, you're somewhere you don't know, you literally do get really hungry. I have to intermittent fast because I know I'm going to have a decent meal, and the meal's going to be so many calories that it's made me up for the whole day. So we're now at 10 o'clock. I haven't eaten. Hunger's passed, and I'm not getting moody. I'm getting tired as well as hungry. And so we thought, let's just go back to the car. We'll go and find somewhere in Dera. Whoa. So you've gone from now Satwa to Dera. Yeah. Oh. So we get in the car. Oh no, walking back to the car. Yeah. Yeah. Bachelor town. I swear to God, I'm not joking you. I got my hijab and I went like this. Yeah. I thought, I'm not comfortable. I'm just not comfortable with all these men in one place. So I had to cover my face. I don't know why I felt like I just felt more comfortable covering my face. Didn't feel like the right space. Anyway, then after that, we're walking along and you can see the other side with all the lights and the buildings. And you've got this bizarre experience of there and the fellas sitting outside on the pavement like I've seen in Pakistan. It's like Pakistan. Yeah, they're sitting there and they're playing cards and having to have conversations between one another, but it was nighttime, so there's no women out. And you guys are walking through Satwa. So then we head over to this other side and we thought, should we do this or should we drive? So we ended up driving to Dera and finding a very nice Arab restaurant. And
alhamdulillah, good.
Had a lovely experience. So laughed our socks off.
You've just explained an experience that I think so many people go through here, which it was alive. I think it was a great experience. It's a great experience. Yeah. And you learn as well as. Yeah. It was safe. It was fine. Yeah, nobody bothered us. Safe. Yeah, nobody bothered us. Nobody said anything. Nobody stared. Like I come from Pakistan and they stare. Yeah. I thought it was because, I was younger and maybe more attractive but no, they just stare. Anyway, we get older, they still stare. Yeah. It's bizarre. So that was that. So the food places, let me give you some food places. Yeah. Good ones. So you can go to places like, if you like seafood, Bul Qatar. Bul Qatar is really good. Okay. If you like grilled food, there's a place called Hashemi's, which is in Al Basha. Okay. Yeah. And then another really good food place. I've actually got some collaborations with some places. I can't think of the name. It's in my phone. Crab and lobster. Yeah. Is that good? I think it's decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite good. Yeah.
And there's another one. It's Pakistani food, but I can't remember the name. Begins with H. It might be. No, it can't be Hashmi's.
No. Hashmi's is like a Kenyan Indian kind of
nice.
thing. It's grilled food is really, really good. But
Like-
Bukatar and Hashmi's is good. And then the third one I was going to say is Arabian Tea House.
Oh.
These are really good places
Mm.
in good
Try them.
areas. Yeah.
Okay.
It's for the kids as well.
Okay, good. All right, I'll try that. I'll do that. I've only got 3 days left, really.
Only
Today's
3
the day.
days left.
Yeah, well, I was thinking the only reason I've got 3 days is when I go back, I got a job to do some hosting for the Muslim shopping festival in Excel. So I thought this is a great experience. I'll take it. I've done hosting before, but not actually alive and in an event.
Yeah.
Wandering around, and I
Are
thought
you
it's gonna be
nervous?
sick. I was nervous a little bit, but now I'm not. I'm kind of like coming to life about the whole thing.
Yeah, I think like anything, even with podcasts, sometimes you get a little bit nervous prior to, but like
I was maybe in the beginning. I'm not anymore. I think
Yeah.
there's Allah kind of weaned me into this whole scene. This is not me. This is not my scene. I've never been this open. I've never been an extrovert. I've always been backstage. I like the idea of backstage, but
but now that you've done it, there's no more going back.
no, there isn't.
Same
No.
with me.
Yeah, but Allah put me here. I
Yeah.
know that Allah put me here because
Alhamdulillah.
I would never have it. And you know how he did it? He put me in front of a classroom because I taught kids at secondary in a madrasa. I taught them art because obviously the school needed it. They needed an art teacher. So I said, all right, look, I did it to this level. I can teach them if you want. And having a classroom full of teenagers, that was my first opening into talking in front of a group.
What advice would you give someone like a vlogger like myself? When I was in the UK, I was doing the delivery vlogs and it was so easy. But since I've been here in Dubai, maybe it could be two
Do you feel like a
reasons why.
little fish in a big pool here? Do you find that?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think like
I
not
kinda
even
sussed that.
a little fish in a big, huge pool with
Okay.
sharks.
Okay, yes.
Sharks are in the pool.
Yes.
And piranhas.
Yeah.
And not just piranhas as
Yeah,
well, like everything's
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, I get you. I
Yeah.
get you.
So because just while we were here, I saw like you were doing vlogging and stuff like that, like going here and going there. Is it something which is natural or do you plan it or does it just click?
Natural.
It's natural. Yeah.
What I do is I'll see something and I'll go, oh, let's create.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even when I've been to, some developments,
Mhm.
and obviously when you go to the developments, you start building networks and people connect and whatnot. But the purpose was to just go there and create. And the purpose is because I want to show people, not just myself though. I believe that my purpose is to show other Muslims and other human beings that there is life beyond the life that we have lived. And Hijrah is the plan. Because so many people are doing it to Malaysia. And I didn't know this until I got there and I started creating. And people were like, sis, we really want to move out. We want, the best thing for our children, families moving out with their kids, concerns about the lifestyle. And it is for the sake of Allah. It's not just because the taxes are high or they're paying interest on mortgages. It's for the sake of their deen and their futures, their future children's deen.
100%.
And so people are doing that. So that is classified as Hijrah and people are doing it. So then I thought people, and then the responses I was getting was that I can't go as far as Malaysia, it's too far away. So I thought the next best place is Dubai. And all right, Dubai is east-west. It's a very Western influence, but there's lots of other places that aren't. And you get the beauty of that with the peace, with the halal, with that lifestyle that you can shift out of the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. So we were like, my wife and I, we already made it. We were living here. I think it was like after the first year. And then my wife came across your page when you guys, I think you must have just got to Malaysia.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So we had seen it. But yeah, I literally was like telling people for the longest time, like come to Dubai because it's actually quite easy as well.
It's not difficult. Yeah.
It's not.
No.
To get a visa.
Yeah.
I mean, to set up a company or to get a visa,
I've looked at all of that. I've been here for what? Since Monday or Tuesday, I think I got here, and I've not only explored the real estate, I've explored the company setup. I've looked at the cost of living here and the cost of living in other outskirts, so that people aren't all going to be able to afford to live in Dubai because you're going to need a budget for that.
100%.
Yeah, so I've looked at the reality, the real people, scenes, and prices, because that's what I do. I've been working. I'm not here on holiday. Yeah.
No, definitely. So yeah, definitely. It's definitely not holiday. It's funny because I used to have like a little series on my second YouTube channel called Hijrah, Not Holiday.
Okay.
And I was like telling people about it. Some people, alhamdulillah, benefited from it. A lot of people have moved here though.
Yeah.
But I think there are other places as well, like say Qatar,
Yes.
even Pakistan. Even, Pakistan. You've seen this like African American lady. She was in Pakistan. I think you've probably seen her.
Pakistan is a beautiful country ruined by politicians. Classic.
Yeah.
The people are
amazing.
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 They've got big hearts, but they have also been ruined by the politics.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sad.
It
But
is.
yeah, you could. I don't doubt that you could live there. But it's actually, there's your age group is going to need a place where they can sustain a lifestyle, and it might not be as easy. Central Islamabad is beautiful. I could easily live there. I don't doubt that I couldn't live there. And I think things like the internet, it's possible. I thought if I didn't ever live in Malaysia permanently, Pakistan's not far away.
Yeah,
and I would do that next.
So let's we talked about this side of the world. Let's jump back to the UK. UK.
Yep.
How is the UK? But how was the UK for you? Do you like? Do you miss it or
no?
Like no.
I'll be blatantly honest. No, why would I? I'm not being horrible to the country. I love where I was born. I respect the hand that fed me and grew me and all of that, because my father always said, you don't spit in the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
And it does feed well. But it's nothing to do with, obviously the taxes. I understand the taxes. The property, I'm in finance. That was my line.
In the UK?
Yeah, my business line from a young age was entrepreneurial, you could say, but estate agency, real estate, property management, ran my own estate agency and real estate.
In the UK?
Yeah.
In London or?
Gravesend, which is about, you could say train ride is 20 minutes from London. So, and that was for a good, I started real estate when I was 21.
21.
Yes, a long time ago. And then went into banking for 7 years after that, because marriage and children doesn't suit real estate. Real estate is 24/7, right? And then left the bank and opened an estate agency, very successful, alhamdulillah, and property management. Had all the right people around me, lots of networks, lots of people that were in great positions to warn me before the 2008 crash. So we switched from sales straight into property management, and we became the number one estate agent in my area in the country, because there's bigger agents, and maybe with the right investment behind me, I could have made it massive. But I'm trying to run a business, have my children, live a life, look after my mum's journey with us. You have family interactions that matters. So I did that. But then the business the structures changed in the UK, so the tenant fee ban came in, and I could see that I can't reduce staff's wages. They're doing what they're doing. That's part of the system is functioning beautifully, and I thought I'm going to have to change mine. Also, I noticed some like HMRC contacted us around 7-8 years ago now, when you think about it, that they wanted all the landlords' names, addresses, and what properties they owned and what rents they were receiving.
Kind of like KYC.
With the KYC is fine, but it's not just the KYC. We would do KYC. They were digging. They were digging for the landlords who aren't declaring their rent that they're receiving as a profit, and they had no means to check it. Fast forward now, they have digitalized and they know everything. They can, with consent, to look into your bank account to see what rents you receive, and you have to pay your tax. But on top of this, they changed the structure, so you can't offset the or claim the mortgage as an expense, right? Right, listen to this.
Wow.
I saw this when I was running my business. I was like, they're going to do it in 25% increments. Eventually, 100% of that mortgage you cannot claim as an expense. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, let's just consider I'm earning £100,000 in rent, and 40%, that will automatically be 45% is 40 grand. I'm a director. I pay myself £40,000. So I'm going to be working the whole year for free. This is not a good idea. We need to make some changes. And because I was in finance, I understood about it. And I eventually, let's just say, sold off that business and restructured my portfolio, and moved things, started selling off some bits, because obviously I had 4 years to do it, and there's that capital gains tax.
Yes.
Did that, and then put things into a limited company name, because it's classified as a business, and then you pay corporation tax instead of personal tax. So the government was steering people out of being landlords. They don't want people to be landlords.
And how long ago was this?
This is going back, where are we now? 2025, 20, definitely pre-COVID. Pre-COVID.
It was that Brexit thing, wasn't it?
The Brexit
That's when
thing
I arrived.
was huge.
I arrived and everything started going south. Literally, the day I
You
arrived.
ruined the UK.
I'm sorry. I arrived January 10th. January 10th, 2026. The day Donald Trump went for
2026.
That's when
2006.
2000. No.
16.
16.
16.
16. So I remember when I was entering the country, they said to me, are you coming here because you're leaving from Trump? And I said, no, no, I'm not. I'm not. And then I was like, cause at that time I only knew him as an entrepreneur. The TV show, You're Fired, when he would say, you're fired.
Oh,
so,
okay. Is that
The
where
Apprentice.
we got our Alan Sugar from?
Yeah.
Oh, is that where we got Alan Sugar? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he was on The Apprentice.
We have The Apprentice, don't we, in the UK?
Yeah, but he had it in America.
So they've done the same thing.
Yeah. So he used to say, you're fired.
Yeah. So did Alan Sugar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, I just knew him from that. Yeah. From high school and marketing class, and I was like, so they were talking to me about Donald Trump, and I was like, I don't have a problem with the guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then I entered the country in 2016. 16.
Yeah.
And then everything just went down from there in the UK.
16 was a drop, but it was still not bad. From where I was sitting, it was okay. So I was living. I had a good life. I had good money. I was in a good position. So I was quite happy. And then I sold the business 2019, 2020, just before COVID hit. I sold my business, which again, alhamdulillah for that. Thinking I'm going to retire, stay at home and write business from home, because I'm a mortgage advisor ultimately. My qualifications were financial advice. And I stopped doing it for a while. And because the property game was not looking as lucrative, I thought I'll just do some simple cases from home and I'll make money to live so easily without all the headache of running a business. But long and short, I ended up opening a brokerage, and that brokerage, because of TikTok, ended up expanding. I was doing very well on my own because people trust me. People know what I'm talking about. I relate to you. I understand what you're telling me, and I will make something bespoke for you. Mm-hmm. So, and it won't be bad for you. You will be happy with what I have arranged. And people wanted guidance on how to make money. But I went onto TikTok because there's all these property gurus claiming to know, and I'm going, that's you're selling a dream, you liar. And then on top of that, they were selling these courses and training and charging people £5,000. So I heard about it, but it hadn't hit home close enough. My IT guy, Scotty, he told me, oh, sorry, I went to this course. No, paid $5,000. I was like, what the hell? Why the hell are you going paying $5,000 to these? Oh, it's really good. I can make money in property without any investment. Well, tell me about it. Tell me how you're going to do it. Yeah. So he told me what they've been telling him. All I've got to do is this. I just needed some guidance from you. I said, you do realize they're selling you a needle in a haystack that you will spend all of your time trying to find, give up, and then blame yourself for not having made it.
Yeah.
And so anyhow, these people were on, and they were selling this. And I didn't like it because they're robbing the average man and selling them this wealth dream of making money out of property. Everybody knows you can make money out of property back then. So I went onto TikTok and I told them everything that I'd done, and I was doing diagrams, and I said, all you got to do, raise this out of your house, buy this, do this. You cannot buy a property without having some money. The 100% days are gone. You're going to have something behind you. 5%, come to me with 5%. I'll show you how to do it. So that made my business soar because I was telling the truth and people could relate.
Yeah.
But fortunately, because I like systems, I like organization, I like software. I'd already, even though I was going to be a small scale business, had fantastic software that streamlines. So the minute the inquiries, it was April, the inquiries poured in, I was like, what am I going to do? But I'm the kind of person that's a problem solver. So when something comes in, I get up and I'm better. So I dealt with it. In 1 month, I employed 3. I didn't have the money to pay them, by the way. Employed 3, but I would never keep anyone the rizq, don't worry. 3 people on the admin on the phones. And then I put a shout out, I need brokers. So I had Birmingham, I had Manchester, I had Slough, I had everywhere brokers across the UK who were working under my company, and the girls were shifting, the leads were coming in, the leads were then being shifted off to the brokers, and they went, it was easy, we just did it, bang, 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 and they do their job. I didn't I like setting things up like that. I'm not out to make millions of pounds out of anything. But it's nice to see when you are successful at something. That's what it was. I wasn't out. I'm happy with, even now, sufficient money to feed me, to roof me, to clothe me, but not extravagant. So that was buzzing. And then certain things changed. And
alhamdulillah. That's absolutely amazing. So with that experience in the UK, you know, being able to have brokers like Manchester, Birmingham, Slough, and doing all of this and that, and then you're here in Dubai, and you said you got a little bit of experience with the brokers here. What is your experience with the brokers here? And would you say that the real estate industry there and what what you've experienced here, is it like light years different?
Look,
or similar?
I like it if people are hungry.
Yeah. Well, here they're hungry.
Yes.
100%.
I know. Yeah. Piranha, like you said. You said piranha, I said vulture.
Yeah.
They are hungry. The thing about the UK is the brokers, it was a very lovely team, amazing team. Not all as hungry as I would want them to be.
And that's the thing. In the UK.
Frustrating.
You don't have that. You don't have that. That you have here. Here, you will get it, and you will have it, and you don't have a choice but to have it. Yeah, it's competitive.
Yeah,
it's competitive.
And that's not a bad thing.
So
it's not a bad thing. Look, if I could set up, I mean, the UK, you can't say that there aren't vultures in the UK. There are, but it doesn't mean that you can't set up something honest and trustworthy and ethical, let's say, in Dubai on the same foundation as maybe I did over there. Let's say I'm not doing it. I can't do that. But let's say I set that and I set it up over here. But it won't take long for people to know that you're good, because that's the same way it was in the UK. People knew that we were good, we were honest, we were straight, and you would get what's right for you, not what's right for me. And I know what here is. Here you've got people from every corner of the world, and they have different survival mechanisms. Ours is less. When I was 20, I was a single mother, right? And my mother was now somebody that I had to look after. So my survival mechanism was huge. I needed to do. Gotta do it. I need to make it.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask, like, what advice would you give to women, you know, who are mothers? They're working. They're looking after their parents. They're trying to, you know, be good Muslims and ultimately get to Jannah. Like, what motivation would you give to them as a big sister, you know?
Big sister says, keep going. Don't look back. Don't dwell.
Yeah.
And focus. You just keep going. Don't let anything drag you down. Because that's not going to change, but it will come to an end. There will come a point where children have grown up. And they will look after them. Your parents will be, obviously, we're all going to pass on eventually. So that then you're going to be, it's going to be you. And that in itself is your jihad. It is. We are all these sisters. I am telling you, I meet so many amazing women who are trying to do something with their lives, not just only in business. It could be the struggle, like you say, with the children. Everyone has got a struggle. Allah gives everybody tests.
100%.
My biggest actual advice is this, actually. Do not miss your salah.
Yeah.
Do not. The very first, and this for everyone, for me, for my life, that I've journeyed spiritually now, but I can tell you the arena that we are in, the negative energy is strong. So you must maintain your salah and on time. After that, deal with the rest of the world. Everything else can wait. Yeah. And don't forget, people forget, and they're fighting to live, to make money, because the system is pushing you harder and harder to make you produce. Right, but you have to prioritize your salah first, because then Allah's with you and Allah will make it easier.
That's 100% true. Many people I know, they may say like, "Oh, brother, how did you go to Dubai? You didn't go with a job. You just took your wife and your 3 kids at that time, but then we had one here. Like, how did you just go there? How did you do it?"
You did it like that?
Yeah, I didn't have a plan. No, I just came.
You're like, you know what I did then?
Yeah,
I packed my bags.
Packed my bags. I came.
Obviously,
first
you have a bit of money.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, have a bit of money behind you.
But where did that come from?
What?
The money.
You want the honest answer?
No,
Crypto.
Right,
Crypto
but
and
Allah
other
put
stuff.
it there.
Yeah. Allah put it there. But there
Allah
was,
put it there.
But
Same
the
as me.
intention was there though.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
intention
Yes, of course, yes.
was pure.
Yeah.
100% pure.
Yes.
And Allah put the money there, whether it was from
Look,
crypto
yours came
or
from
this
crypto.
or that. Yeah.
Mine came from property.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever else on this planet right now that Allah's supporting, right, has come from somewhere. Because people go, I haven't got any money, I haven't got. And I was like, don't worry, make the intention.
Mm-hmm.
Allah will open the doors.
Yeah.
I'd made the intention. I was thinking, how am I going to do this? I've got no money. Da-da-da. I kid you not, within a month, the money came.
The scariest thing. You know what? That's funny you say that because I came first. I got my visa in September. And September 2021. I was here from September to October. I went back in October to UK. October, November, December, January. In January, I had the money. And then I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, well, I can just keep it. I can always go back. I have visa whenever I can go. And I spoke to one guy and he was like, do you have the means to come and this and that? I was like, yeah, I could probably come there and pay for rent for 1 year and I could have food for 1 year and I can get a car and I can do this and that. He said, what are you doing? I said, I don't know. He said, you should leave. Then I went in the house, booked the plane ticket and left.
Do you know who told me?
Who?
A voice.
Really?
Yes. Who told me? I didn't even realize I had the money. I thought I deposited it on the house as well. And I thought that I was going to move 6-7 months down the line. Twice I got woken up. One, because I always prayed the Hijrah. And then obviously we prayed the Hijrah when we need something.
Yes.
And also don't forget the UK hours are so squished up that it disturbs your every pattern, doesn't it, intentionally, so that you don't pray. So anyway, I always pray the Fajr, but sometimes when certain times of the year, I think it was December time, I would leave it till later because I want to get more sleep because I'm tired. So anyway, I got woken up 5:30, wide awake, sitting up there looking at my clock and go, why am I awake? I'm wide awake at 5:30. And I was like, it's the Hajj time. I'll go pray. Went to pray. I like to read the Quran in English afterwards. I opened the Quran in English, and my one has the Bukhari in it as well. And it's the story that was there at the time was about the Prophet Ibrahim al-Islam and Saira, the Hijrah, Razialana, and how he took her to and dropped her in Safa Marwa. And it was all about migration.
Yeah.
Didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, close it, go back to sleep. Next day, 2:30, I'm awake, and it's, what are you waiting for? Swear to God, it was, what are you waiting for? That's all the voice was in what are you waiting for? So I was like, what am I waiting for, actually? So I get on my phone.
That's how I felt.
See?
That's exactly how I felt.
Alhamdulillah. So what are you waiting for? So I then got my phone out and I thought, let me have Sky Scanners. Let me see what the flights are. When should I go? When are we now? January. Okay, started February. What's the flights in February? What are the flights in February? Just look.
February is the best time.
I didn't know that. I just looked, and then I looked, and the first cheapest flight that came up was Saudi Airlines. So I thought,
go Umrah first.
I was like, could go Umrah first. This is working out really well, isn't it? That's good. Okay, I got the money, got that. I just need to pack my bags, really, don't I? And go.
Another thing, you have to cut off stuff there. For me, I just remember being in Gloucester in our apartment, and my son, he was 2, and the apartment was empty. When I say empty, like we were like giving stuff to people, and like our neighbors, we were like giving them stuff, and like we were doing this, and then like in a way, I felt like I was like, I know I'm doing the right thing, but like, what are people gonna think? And like Shaitan was coming, like, oh, what are people gonna think? What are you doing? You're giving your stuff away, and you're selling your car, and like, and I'm just like, in my head, I was like, oh my goodness, my kids, and I was like, my kids are gonna stay with my wife's parents for 2.5 weeks. I was like, it was a lot, like. The bills that you have there in the UK, I think it's called E, right? No, not EE, the gas and electric. Eon. Yeah. Breaking off the Eon thing, breaking off.
I didn't do any of that.
I broke everything off.
No. So you broke everything off and then came, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. When I say to you, I literally packed my bags
and dipped
because I owned my house, and I have a 7-bedroom house because I have 5 kids. I had foster children. But obviously, actually, at that point, I hadn't even done it intentionally, the organization for the foster children, because one of them was going into assisted living 18, and then the other one was 17, and he could go with my other friend who was a foster carer, and we were already a unit as a family anyhow. So it was very, very easy. And I just left the house. I didn't even cut the supplies off. I didn't even sell my car. No, when I say I left. And some people are like, oh, she left because she did fraud.
So the accusations came.
You don't even know any of that. It was from family, mate. I'm telling you. Yeah, let's not even go there. Yeah, it's from family.
And you know what? It's sad, but it always comes from there first. It always comes from there first.
She went public with it, by the way. You don't know about the scandals then?
No, I don't know anything.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible, but it's all right. Allah will give any person that does things like that hidayah to come to the right side and not be on the negative side.
Yeah.
There was lots of silly stories that got made up, and this is the God's honest truth. And I'm not going to lie about Allah and where I was. That was my. And I've been asked it multiple times. Why did you leave? And now I've got why did you come back? I'm like, I ain't back. I'm just back, but it doesn't mean I'm back. I'm just back.
Yeah, and you should be able to go everywhere you want to go and do whatever you want to do.
People don't understand that. They seem to think, oh, you've moved. But what does a move mean anyway? So I went back to the UK for what I thought was going to be 6 weeks, go see my mum who had been in hospital. So first time being far away from her. She's in hospital for a week, and I'm now thinking in my head, this is not, where I want to be in that sense. I want to make sure I spend time with mum. Ramadan's coming, I'm going to spend it with my mum. So I'm back, right? And then next thing is Dubai comes along. And I'm glad, because I could not sit in England in that freezing cold, wasting my life and degrading internally because of the food that I'm eating. Was it decaying, not degrading?
Yeah, literally. Decaying. Literally. I mean, as an American,
in front of a heater.
My! In the winter, in front of the heater, and then the heater starts getting wet, and I can't. That was a hard time for me.
I think
I was.
You're not used to that, then I take it.
No, as an American, no, we don't have. It's not like that. So, that I think the UK really made me build some character, because in the United States, I guess I was really, really spoiled. But
that is funny that you say that, because we think in the UK that we're spoiled.
No, you guys.
We're made to believe that we're spoiled.
You guys got it tough.
You don't even, you know what? And this is not just to the Muslims, it's to the other Brits as well, because they are all a part of our humanity and Allah's creation. We genuinely think that we're made to believe that England is the greatest place on the earth.
No.
There's two good things about the UK. That's now what I've realized. Pound and passport.
Yeah, pound and passport, literally. The 2 P's.
But at least you had decent, you had a life in the USA.
Yeah, I came to UK when I was 25 years old. And all I knew before was USA.
Yeah.
And my parents, my dad was in the military. So we had housing taken care of. We didn't pay, we would go places, and the stuff that we would get, we were not taxed on it because we're government. You understand? Government kid. Your dad's in the Navy. You are a dependent of
Well, you belong to.
You belong to, yeah.
You're not dependent of, you're belonging to. The same with the UK though.
Yeah. So with that, for me, alhamdulillah, I had a very good life.
Yeah.
I had a good life.
I know people from the USA that have said the opposite, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
The taxes, the medical, the
But I had my whole life I had free healthcare. I'm going to be exposing I'm a spoiled little brat. Well, but it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, we have in the UK, or at least we think we have, but you probably got decent healthcare.
It's the real deal,
private healthcare though.
Yeah, we had private. The real deal. It's for because if your father's in the military, you get certain things.
Yeah.
And alhamdulillah, my whole life I had it up until I was 23. Then when my thing expired, I was able to extend it, but as soon as it expired, the first thing I did was got my own phone bill in my own name.
Yeah.
And then right after, I became Muslim. So I never really experienced any.
How's that go down in America though? What's the racism like there towards these Muslims? Because people could say to me, "Oh yeah, it's really racist in the UK," and I honestly say that I haven't had any.
You haven't, yeah. No, you guys to be fair with you guys in the UK, the British people are quite how would I say it?
I live in a predominantly white area, by the way.
But they're quite they're not that hostile to you guys.
No, they're not.
And they let you guys build mosques. They let you have your madrasas. You guys have your halal shops. You guys have like a lot of stuff. Even some people go for mayors and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like for what I was, look, so I was only there in America. I think I had accepted Islam, and I was there for like a year and like 9-10 months before I left.
Okay.
So, and I was new, so I didn't know too much. But yeah, America is a way different ballgame than the UK. You know?
Yeah, UK's fine. You know, people say, "Oh, you hate UK." I said, "Don't hate the UK. I definitely don't hate the British people, because I think there's a lot of propaganda going on, making people think that there's Islamophobia and the news and all that. You know, just to create this fabulous divide between us as human beings. I have not experienced. I think the British genuine. Obviously there's brainwashed ones who are not intellectually capable of making decisions themselves, and they follow. And then you've got the real deal, lovely people. Don't look at you. Don't judge you.
And literally. For real.
Yeah,
like, because the UK,
I
from that aspect, it was not that aspect, it was not bad at all. But the food and all the other stuff, y'all's bread
is bad, isn't it?
Bad, horrible.
Bad.
Have you ever been to the States?
No.
Oh my goodness. Our food in the United States. And people always say, they put all sorts of stuff in it. Khalas. Kulit tamam. It's all good. It's amazing in the USA. Our food is way better than you guys' food.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, way better. So it was a struggle, huge struggle.
As in eating out, or just what you get in the stores?
Everything.
Oh.
Everything was better. The whole entire lifestyle was better. But I mean, from
Where did you shop?
Where? In America?
In the UK?
Oh, I don't like Tesco.
Okay.
Let me not say hate. Let me not use that word. I dislike Tesco.
Yeah.
I like Aldi.
Okay.
I like Asda. I love Asda. I don't know why. Because it reminds me of Walmart.
It is Walmart.
It reminds me of Walmart.
It was owned by
Walmart. I like
Walmart.
Aldi, Walmart, Lidl. Like, I like those places.
So you haven't been to Sainsbury's and Waitrose and...
I don't like Sainsbury's. Give me poshy vibes.
It's not poshy vibes. It's got lots of good stuff in there.
I've been there, but it's not my go-to. If I had to choose Asda or Sainsbury's, I would choose Asda. But I would choose Sainsbury's over Tesco. Tesco gives me a very, very, very British core value that it's homegrown. That's what I get from Tesco.
Nothing wrong with homegrown, is it?
No, it's nothing wrong with homegrown, but that's not my home, so I don't really
doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me. No.
I have to say the best shopping experience you will have will be Waitrose.
They have it here in Dubai.
Waitrose will have the selection of breads, the best of the fish, the healthy options, if you want gluten-free, whatever free, the best of the fruits.
Yeah.
That's Waitrose.
But they have Waitrose here in Dubai.
Yeah.
But it's the Waitrose in the UK as expensive as the one here in Dubai. I think
it is. I think Waitrose is expensive, but it's not that. If you compare it to the likes of Lidl and Aldi, because Lidl and Aldi got nothing. Lidl and Aldi, you'll go for.
They have nothing. It costs nothing as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have nothing, and I like it because it's small. I shop at Aldi because Lidl's on a certain list.
I like Lidl's bakery stuff, like their cookies and those.
Yeah, but we don't shop in Lidl anymore.
That thing? It's a swirl, like a donut swirl with like powdered sugar and things. It reminds me of back of America. Okay. I literally go in there just for that. I like their bread. I'm not shopping there anymore because we don't. Aldi's safe to shop in. But when I used to shop in there, I did like their breads and I did like their bakery and the sourdough. I don't eat any other bread. I'll only eat sourdough bread. Yeah. Now, if I shop in Asda, I might not find it. If I shop in some of the other shops, you might not. So I want to go to the places that I know the stuff that I'm going to get is good, clean, whole food that I'm not going to get commercially attracted to because it says it's got protein in it. But that comes with growth,
Yeah, that's right. Comes with growth. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Everyone.
No. Actually, when I was 25, I was eating clean, mate. I was eating clean, and I was training, and I was good to my body, and that's probably why, I'm still, alhamdulillah, healthy now. But I've always been good to look after. I do treat. Can't say I don't, but looking after myself has been very crucial because I want to live a long life.
Definitely.
Yes. And maybe when downtime when you're sitting in your life and you go, I wish I was not alive. There've been those moments as well. I hate my life. I wish I wasn't alive. And then I feel guilty because I can't say that. And then as you get into spiritually, you realize that it is a blessing. It is a gift. You have to be optimistic. You have to fight through through the storm, because you can be certain that it's good for you. Whatever storm you are in is good for you.
100%.
Yes. And there's be something to take from it. And it will get better. Somebody said to me once, "Why are you crying?" And I said, "Because I'm sad, I'm upset, I'm unhappy. This is really wrong. This is really wrong." And he said to me, "But tomorrow something's going to change. Even the fact that it's another day, that will change. So don't cry about it today. Just don't cry." And I was like, so sometimes now, even when I might feel emotional about something, and I'll think, no, tomorrow's going to be better.
Tomorrow's going to be better.
Yeah.
That's the message for this podcast.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Inshallah.
is going to be better. Inshallah. For everyone.
I genuinely from my heart pray that Allah makes it better for everyone. Because
everyone.
People are really struggling and suffering around the world, and you see it, and it really is upsetting to see. Mm-hmm. And I genuinely feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's we're all in it together, literally. So, you have only a few days left in Dubai. Like, what else do you have planned?
So I've done certain aspects of Dubai. I've done Dubai Hills. I've done the Imar sites, which are very lovely, very relatable, because where I live in the UK, I live in a development of a garden city because I can. I worked, I made money, and I live in a beautiful house in a beautiful estate with lots of lovely people around me and facilities. So naturally, I don't dislike going to the UK. I have to say, I just don't like the cold.
Yeah.
And like you said, the shopping is pants and the food isn't great, and I have to keep looking at packaging. But so that is beautiful there. Next week is Sharjah. Sharjah is reality, isn't it? And I loved the fact when I went there for a meeting with somebody about opening a company and recruitment for the people. I was there at the right time on the Corniche, and the azans went.
And how did it feel? How did it feel when you heard the azan?
It felt like I was in a Muslim country surrounded by Muslims, whereas central downtown and around here just feels like I'm in the UK. Without the stresses of. I don't actually hear the azan here.
It is broadcasted, but it's not broadcasted at that high of a level. So like in my area where I'm living. If we're inside of the house and the balcony door is shut,
can't hear it.
We can't hear it. You can hear like it's very low.
Okay.
But if we have like the screen door open and like the actual balcony door is open, then you can hear it. But it's not extremely loud. But as in places like Ajman, Sharjah, and
it's
like
there.
It's there. In Abu Dhabi, it's there, and you love it. You love it.
Love it. Look at that in Malaysia.
But in the mall. You hear it in the mall.
I
Dubai mall.
got it in Thailand.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In the mall in Thailand?
Not in the mall, out in the streets.
Wait, you've been Thailand before?
Of course, because Malaysia is here and Thailand is £50 flight away.
But how is Thailand? I don't know anything about Thailand.
Thailand is beautiful.
The food is probably good.
So we got Malaysia's here and Thailand is just above. Right, so apparently there was when the borders were created or whatever, that was part of it. So you got Krabi and you got Phuket. They're the two places that we went to, and the food is all halal. 99% of the place that you go is halal, and the azan. I was like, "What's going on?" In
Thailand?
Thailand.
Man, you make me want to go. You make me want to go to Thailand.
You have to go because it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. The
and the people are amazing. I've had clients here in Dubai. Big shout out Thailand.
Yeah.
When I say these people. Maybe my favorite tenants.
Yeah. And
they're not like humble and they're not stingy. They're not stingy at all.
You met the Malaysians, right?
No.
No.
None. Zero.
Go to Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely.
Seriously, go to the Malaysians are the same. They're not stingy. They are humble. They're very sunnah. Think about the sunnah. Think about those characteristics. Right, and know that that's what you've got there. And the people from Thailand are beautiful as well. But I just half didn't expect to go there and get the azan on the street, which was bizarre. But obviously that's because it's the closest to Malaysia, and a lot of people that were living a bit like India, Pakistan. Yeah, you know, Divi comes in.
The north of India.
Some are still living on that side. Some are still living on that side, and then the influences are still there. So, but apart from that, it's stunning, beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. So yeah, if you go to Sharjah, you probably know about the Corniche. Then there's like some upcoming areas, like I think it's called Zahia.
All right, so I think I could affordably buy a house over that side. You could.
You can also, if you interested, you can go to Ajman. I mean, it seems kind of far, but it's like a little hidden gem. If you go Ajman, well, remember we said earlier we don't hide anything. We don't hide anything, but you can get these plots and stuff.
And the cleanliness and the
in certain parts. Yeah.
Look, I'll tell you, when I came here, my brother lived in Dubai, my mum lived in Sharjah, and my mum moved from Sharjah because it was cheaper to live in Ajman, and my daughter was also working in Ajman at that time.
Yeah.
And it was dirty. If I was honest, it was dirty and
but it's certain parts, like
This is what my daughter said. Are there cockroaches in Malaysia? I was like,
certain parts.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. But then other parts, you won't get it. But I mean, Sharjah and Ajman is like, I would say not to say all of the whole country is the future, but Sharjah and Ajman is really, 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 they're gonna.
All I think I need is a place that I can have the similar impact of, like in Malaysia, I get the azans, I get places to pray.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You're in a shopping mall, fine. But if you're not even in a shopping mall, you're out on the street. If the azan goes, is that, okay, where's the sarau? They call it a sarau. And so there will be a room near you. Yeah.
Like here, I just stepped out, went literally out this door. The next door was the stairs, down the stairs, out this prayer room. So it's so convenient. That's the best part of it. Considering that we said the best advice we would give is the prayer, and the prayer is easy here.
That's what you want. You just want to go somewhere where the prayer is easy, that you can hear the azan, that you've got like-minded people surrounding you on the same wavelength. And the good thing about this place, I have to say, is it will lift you, right? You don't want to be somewhere that's going to drag you down. Always go where you've got somebody that's going to give you a hand up. And although we know that there's vultures here, there are also people that will give you a hand up.
100%.
Yes.
That is very
I've found I'm less than 10 days in, and I know that there are people that are helping to give me a hand up. And yes, I would like to live and have a place to stay here purely because taxes are good and business is good, and I'd like to do something. And the same thing in Malaysia. I am doing something to start a furniture business for my sons, and that looks like that business is likely to go global with it now, because we've got the UK, but it's needed here. I do furniture. We're starting a Airbnb pack for,
and you're gonna need to furnish all of them.
Yeah.
Do you know how many handovers are gonna happen here in the? Now look at me being a real estate agent.
Yeah.
You know how many handovers are going to happen here and this year and then next year?
What do you mean? Oh, right. You mean handovers of completions, right?
Yeah, all these people.
Yeah.
All these people.
They all need furniture.
They all need furniture.
Even the developers building blocks, they're furnishing. You furnish.
Yeah.
We don't in Malaysia. They don't furnish.
No. Furnish meaning like, it's going to come with toilet, this, AC, this, like all that stuff. I'm talking like the actual, like, you see how here they got this.
The paneling.
The paneling. Yeah. The couches, the interior design, all that stuff as well. They need that. That's very
so this
key.
What I'm saying is I came here and I realized that the developers, there's a lot of development, and anyone that's buying a property here, as I experienced when I was in Malaysia, people wanting to buy where I purchased my house, and the first thing they were asking the agent is, can I get it furnished? Because they don't really, That
is so true.
Yeah. So here you've got the developers, they're building houses, people are buying the houses, and I'm actually meeting a very lovely lady from Australia. Mercure is the agency. And she approached me not to sell me a property. She approached me, she said, sis, we've got people buying houses. I need furniture packs. And you mentioned about your business. It's my business, but I set up for my boys because I want my boys to have a remote life. Yeah. I don't want them to be grounded and tied into a business in one country.
And stuck in one place.
One place, right. So we have to work out the logistics for here, and I'm sure that they've got it because, this is Dubai. So, shipment comes in, I need a third-party logistics.
That's something we can talk about off. Because that is something I need. Literally, alhamdulillah, I've sold quite a bit of stuff to people.
Yeah, they need furniture.
And they don't have furniture.
Yeah, lovely, very stunning, high-end furniture tapped into the line of what goes to the UK, to the likes of the John Lewis's, the Houses of Fraser, and that quality, but without that corporation's profit margin. I've halved the prices of what you would pay in the shops there. Because we're not out to make ourselves, we don't have the overheads for starters, we just want to have a nice simple life, and so the profit margin is not huge, and we've streamlined everything. So shipment comes from China, comes into the warehouse, and that warehouse does the logistics. My guys put the orders in to the warehouse, and the warehouse do the delivery. Done. So all I do is the same thing here, is find. I'll be able to do that. I'll support people that will find it. Is find the warehouse that will pick it up from the ship. The container, and probably Sharjah's good, isn't it? There's a port there, isn't there?
No, there's port in Dara, and Jabal Ali.
Okay, Jabal Ali's far away.
No, Jabal Ali is close to Marina.
Oh, this marina.
The marina, yeah.
The ships come into that marina.
Not the marina, but just a little bit further down they go.
I see. And the two places, Dara or Jabal Ali, where would you say was the best place to live?
To live?
Yeah, like if I bought a place to live. Because if I come here, I'm going to live somewhere. I'm not Airbnb.
Yeah, but if meaning like, I would not go near the Dara side. I would go more to Jabal Ali, like Dubai South.
Dubai South. Oh,
that's hidden gem.
Dubai South is a hidden gem because I went there. That's near the Expo. That's near the airport.
The new airport.
Oh, I've already been and explored.
You did?
Yeah. I told you I didn't sit around. Man, Expo City.
You know, my wife, she told me to go
place.
there before. She told me to go there before, and I felt it was far. I was like, no,
everybody
it's too far.
Was saying
it's far,
that.
it's far.
I thought that when I was driving there.
Now what? I'm going that direction almost every day.
Yeah.
Like every day I have to go there, whether it's for, because the business, the Labreeze, like whether I'm there for something like DIP, Dubai Investment Park.
Yeah, that's
Expo,
right. That's right. Yeah,
all these places.
I looked at I did videos, which I'm going to be posting soon on the apartments, show houses. I did a little explore of the area. Very, very nice. The fact that everything's above and the cars are below, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's greenery. They've got so much that they're injecting. This infrastructure is already there. So it's not going to take much. As soon as that, and the airport.
Oh my goodness. It's going to
7 runways.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy. So Dubai South, you are right. So Dubai South would be near my little Jabal Ali as well.
Yes, just right down the road.
So then warehouses would be in that location.
Palm Jabal Ali, but don't go there yet.
No, I ain't going to go there.
Don't
it's fine. I don't need palms. I don't need palms.
No.
I don't ever intend on having palms of anything. I'll just have a nice little dwelling that'll have my suitcase of possessions because, none of it's going with me. But what I want is a warehouse. So no doubt if the ships come in, there's warehouses. So then they'll have connections for 3PLs, for third party logistics.
Yeah, Jabal Ali.
All right, cool.
The cars come there too from America. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
We got so much to talk about. Come back. I'll go back to the UK for 3 days. Go do that Excel thing, and then when I come back, I intend on coming back because I think I will be doing business here. So I need to open a business and do all that run.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. So look. It was lovely having you on behind the scenes. Yeah, we got behind the scenes camera going as well. So it was lovely having you on. If you want to give a last message to this camera, you can.
Last message.
Yeah. Last message to
this is one thing that I'll say to the people of the UK watching.
And USA.
The people of...
Because the person got us together.
No, what I'm going to say doesn't count for USA. It's
on the UK.
I don't think it will anyway. I've got cousins in the USA. She's asking me to come over. Have never been. UK, Dubai, and Malaysia is I'll be back.
She'll be back.
Arnie Schwarzenegger said it first.
Yes. So, all right, guys, look, that's going to wrap up episode 17 of the podcast series, American in Dubai, again, which was sponsored by Labreeze today. Alhamdulillah. Absolutely amazing show. Pleasure having you on. And guys, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up. Turn on your bell notification, put your comments down below, and subscribe. Too many of you guys are watching and you're not subscribed. Yes.
No, how can they watch it and not subscribe? Because you are helping out for free.
Yeah, for free.
You are helping each other out for free. Everyone and anyone that's watching must subscribe.
Definitely.
People have to support people.
Yeah.
And then we will benefit from the bigger corporations.
Exactly.
Yes. For free.
For free.
For free.
I know it's like little that they know if they subscribe and they turn on their bell notifications.
Yeah.
The people who are not, the percentage of people who aren't watching, who aren't subscribed that are watching.
Yeah.
If they do it.
Yeah. It helps you.
It helps so much. I mean, because
help each other.
I
have, that's all I can say about the world is you stop dwelling and help each other out. This is it.
That is it. That is
everybody in any position. Don't envy. People envy.
Please don't. Please don't. Yes.
Don't be envious. I did a post yesterday. I know we're going over time here, but I did a post yesterday. You haven't seen it, have you?
No. Which one?
The one about my Valentine's gift.
No. I didn't see what happened.
It's blown up.
What happened though?
So I went to see, because obviously I like property. So I got to get in the hands of a 200 million dirham house.
I think I seen the house.
Nah, you couldn't have done.
The video, right? You put a video of like a really nice villa.
Stunning. But I said that my husband bought it for me as a Valentine's gift.
I think you did say that. Yes, you did.
Yeah, so there's that one.
It just went over my head though. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then now the thing is, this is a classic where people start watching the first 10, 15 seconds and then they don't watch the rest of it. Because right at the very end, it says that if you want to buy this house, actually, firstly, it's not mine. Secondly, it will belong to somebody, and whoever it belongs to, don't envy them. Be happy for them.
Yeah.
And thirdly, if you want to buy it, send me a DM. It's 200 million dirham. That's 50 million pounds.
If you need somewhere to close, I got you. Literally, we may.
It's not mine. I think it was a friend who's an agent of a friend, and they showed me, and I said, "All right."
No, but if you get the message and the person.
If somebody does, don't worry. You can imagine how many people are on that one. Yeah. But La Brise is definitely somewhere where people, if they want to do Celta stuff like that, do it, and then we can.
But that's a clever way of catching them in.
Yes, it was actually, and it was also very clever because I've done it before. I did it in Malaysia because I bought my house, and I thought, you know what would be really funny if I did that spoilt wife routine. And I was like, I did the spoilt wife. Oh my God, my husband bought me this house. It's so tiny. It's 3,700 square feet. Where am I going to put my clothes? Where am I going to put my shoes? I can't fit. I'm not going to walk in here. This is like my entrance hall. Actually, it's my whole house. And then towards the end of it, I say, no, peeps, I'm grateful. Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful. Allah has even given me this. If I had a 1-bedroom, I'd be happy with that. But and proves that people don't see the rest of it. So you had all the people coming on going, you should be grateful that Allah has given you this. Allah provides you.
That your husband bought you this. Yes. Because it's like right aligned.
I love that whole, my husband bought it for me. It's like, girl, if I want it, I'll buy it for myself. So I'm feminist.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys.
Stop.
All right. We're going to end it now. All right, guys. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.